Mania, and you're watching Shoot Shit.
Hey, this is former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie, and you're looking at and you're listening to, and you're watching the Shootin' Shit podcast. Woo!
On the cover of Time magazine right now.
Who?
Joey.
How so?
It's all dark and stuff, and all we can see your face. It looks like somebody's fucked with the picture like they did. You look guilty as fuck, by the way.
So where's your mugshot?
Okay, felon. All right, felon.
He did it. Whatever you say, Dream Team.
You make references that no one gets. It's awesome. I love that you get a kick out of it. No one else does.
Dude, I'm not here to entertain these motherfuckers.
I know.
As long as it makes me
Everybody,
laugh, Joe, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, look, all your fucking cellmates making your fucking jailhouse ramen together will get a fucking chuckle out of it. I'm sure, dude. You know, whatever.
The toilet hooch over there.
And as soon as they allow you and your friends crayons, you can start writing letters back to me, buddy.
Oh my god, you're so funny. When a pen pal. I'm not of the Aryan.
You know, when they take that jacket off that has sleeves in the back.
Pen pal.
Well, I know I'm Aryan. You're out of your fucking mind. It makes sense that we be friends. You can write with your elbows.
Buddy, let's not talk about Grippy Sock Jail. I fucking love that place. Some of the
I love Grippy Sock Jail, dude.
I've ever been in is like West Texas fucking mental institution. Is the best fucking beds ever.
I heard they had the softest mattresses.
The best
softest mattresses.
Oh my god.
Where else are you going to get a Grippy Sock Jail?
Because that's such an up-to-date reference.
I know. Whoever got that, that's a real deep cut there.
You gotta love football, movies, and
Joey
Reynolds.
All I'm saying is breaking right now that Josh Allen won the MVP, and that's a fucking joke.
Dude, the fucking Vikings head coach won Coach of the Year.
Wow.
Like
NFL honors or whatever that shit is.
It should have been Washington because that guy, I mean, he might get a fucking raise in pay, but he ain't winning shit after this.
Motor City Dan Campbell, what the fuck?
Let me be abundantly clear in this, and this is not because of Philly or anything like that. This is straight up. There is no one that was a finalist for that award that carried their team more than Saquon did. Saquon
110%.
Dude,
by the numbers,
as much as I want to fuck with you on that, I 100% agree.
And it's by the numbers, and I might be a little off. I saw this earlier, and I meant to fucking jot it down, and just being under the weather, I completely fucking forgot it. But I want to say it was Saquon accounted for 38% of the Eagles' offense. That's more than any non-quarterback in NFL history. And I might be wrong. It was either 34 or 38%, but either way, I know the number was what they said about it was a non-quarterback. It was the most production of a non-quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that Josh Allen, I can't get to a fucking Super Bowl. I can't beat the fucking Chiefs. Okay, like you're gonna make him the MVP because once again, he does so much and it's great. He's a running quarterback. Well, so is Jalen, and Jalen gets shit on. And I think it's really funny that you got guys like that. How about this? The defensive rookie of the year, Jared Verse, the guy who was talking so much shit leading into the divisional round, and the best highlight of that game was Saquon looking back, taunting him. As he couldn't catch him to stop him from running for a touchdown in the fucking snow. Like, that's the funniest thing to me, that these guys are the award winners and they got hands down destroyed by the best player in the league this year. And I know they gave him offensive player of the year, and that's fantastic, but he was the most valuable player in this fucking league. He turned the running back position around. It hasn't been this way in 12 years?
Yeah, especially lately where they haven't wanted to pay that position.
They haven't wanted to pay it. And it's funny when you talk about like, oh, the Giants fumbled, they fucked up. And you know what? They didn't. And I'll be devil's advocate here and say they didn't because who knew that it was going to be a running back league this year again with the surge that we had, led by Saquon? But the truth is, like, the kid is a stud. He's a star. And I will say this. He didn't get MVP. He got Offensive Player of the Year. He got a nice little trophy for that. That's a nice personal award. But the Kansas City Chiefs have never played against Saquon Barkley. The one time that Kansas City played against Saquon when he was in New York, Saquon was out injured, so he did not play against the Chiefs. They've never played against him. And I think with everything, the entire season, the playoff run, the Offensive Player of the Year, he could have the biggest game. And you know what? Maybe he didn't get NFL MVP, but there's a goddamn amazing chance he can get Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
And raise that trophy on Sunday night. So
more importantly, he can get a ring. And and this is not just a person. I mean, it's mostly a personal belief. I feel like as a player, I would much rather end my career, if nothing else, winning a ring. You know what I mean? And you got these guys that have these multiple MVPs and records and stuff, you know, like Dan Marino. I'm sure if you asked Dan Marino, he gave up every passing record he ever had for just one ring, you know. So you got that. But then, you know, too, part of me feels like, isn't this the NFL kind of giving Saquon or Buffalo the, you know, hey, we're sorry, you know, we kind of cost you that game here. We'll just give your guys
They cost
MVP.
everybody the game
fucking consolation prize.
It's like a consolation prize, which is, you know, and then, you know, even then, you know, well, we can't give him the MVP, so we're going to give him Offensive Player of the Year.
You know, hey,
so
look,
what's that trickle down? I just don't think like it used to be. I think in the NFL should be like baseball. You know, I mean, writers should get a vote. You know, people should, you know, if you're gonna open it up, you can't like just let the company that owns every single team make all those decisions, because there was a couple players this year that, you know, had pretty big goddamn years, and some of them were better than Josh Allen.
Yeah.
You know.
And here's my thing with Saquon. Foregoing the record and sitting out the final game to get that Super Bowl win this Sunday, it's the only reason I'm pushing for the Eagles. I'm not an Eagles
He's
fan,
the ultimate team player.
but he's got his mind where it's supposed to be. He wants that ring, and it's hard to deny him. Saquon did shit this season that guys do in Madden, trying to break the rushing record on fucking Madden. Saquon was the video game this year.
Well, he has a great chance, and it's almost a lock that he will break another record on Sunday night, and that will be the most combined rushing yards ever in the NFL. Mm-hmm. That's regular season and postseason. He is 34 yards away. He needs 34 yards in the Super Bowl to have the most productive rushing season of all time in NFL history. And unless he slips on a metal pipe, unless he slips on a metal pipe in gorilla position and knocks himself out, I don't know if anybody gets that reference. Dennis will get that reference at least.
Yeah, that is.
But unless that happens, he's gonna break that record. So he's gonna have the most yards ever in an NFL season, you know, start to finish. And like I said, I think he is very, very high candidate. I don't know. What's the degenerate picks on that? Where's he sitting in the fucking MVP for the Super Bowl odds?
See here,
because I feel like he's got to be up there. He's got to be like top 3 at least.
What do you think?
NFL Super Bowl MVP betting odds brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbooks. So if you have anything other
you know, man, they're not paying us. You don't have to say FanDuel Sportsbooks. If they start paying us, then say it.
I just want
Trust
them
me,
to know if they're looking at their
Jovan's
line
paying them a lot.
Yeah, I know he is, but they ain't paying us shit.
So your lines are Patrick Mahomes at plus 120, with Saquon coming up behind him at plus 250.
So
okay, so there you go. And
Saquon is the first Eagle listed for MVP.
DDJ, and you have to take into account expanded regular season. We discussed this on an episode where DDJ decided not to show up for, which was fantastic because the whole Eric Dickerson crying about Saquon. Oh, and everybody going, well, there's an extra game in the season. No. That doesn't matter because when Eric Dickerson broke it, there was 2 extra games from when OJ did it. So
Right.
fuck off with that. That logic doesn't work. It's a regular season. And this is regular season and postseason. And you know what? Just because he was on a team good enough to go to the Super Bowl, that's why he's going to have that shot at getting that record. So,
well, too, and I think you can agree too, man, that the yard, when it comes to breaking records, it's the last 10, 20, 30 that are the hardest to get because nobody wants to give that up. It's like, pitching a pitcher throwing a perfect game. There's always going to be that one guy. Yeah, there's always going to be that one guy goes, I don't give a fuck if I only go to first. I'm going to bunt on this son of a bitch just so I can break this up because, you just don't.
Or you get Jim Joyce.
Yeah, you get Jim Joyce. Right.
Galarraga.
But there is one thing I want to say about Saquon because I know we're going to come back to Philly and football because it's Super Bowl weekend. But I do want to say this. I know I'm one of those guys that's kind of caught up in tradition, especially when it comes to sports game because it's been my whole life. And I'm very, very guilty of going, well, it was different back then, or it was this and that. It was a harder game or whatever. But I am going to tell you this. The one thing that I do love about Saquon Barkley is I do believe he's old school because he has respect for the game, for his team, for what they're trying to accomplish. It's team first. Because it was like, was it Shaq say there's no I in team, but Kobe said, but there's an M and E in that motherfucker.
That's right.
So and Saquon Barkley is a throwback to team first. Him, Kurt Warner. There's them guys that I look at and look up to because they were, they weren't worried about padding yards or they just wanted to win. And everything, dude, I get it. The games get faster, rules change, players get bigger and stronger, generations come and go, but respect. Yeah, dude, that never goes out of style.
Yeah, and one more thing here too. How many games did Saquon sit out an entire quarter? There's probably at least 3 games where he sat out the fourth quarter. So
there was one where he was out in the second half. I remember him. Like they kept trying to get him to go back in. He was like, "No, I'm good."
He took quarters off because when you're over 200 yards and your team's up by 20, what are you doing?
Right.
He could have stat padded all he wanted. He could have probably could have broken that fucking record in 16 games if he played every single quarter of the season to that point. But it's more about where we're at right now. And where we're at right now is we are a couple days away from Super Bowl Sunday. And I just don't know. Like, I feel like I have this feeling that the Chiefs have no idea what's coming at them. I think the Chiefs have been skating by with a lot of games this year. That their games are won on a handful of plays. Some questionable calls,
right?
Extremely questionable calls.
Yeah, we don't have to. This is the situation where we need to say questionable or allegedly. Those calls were missed and been admitted to by the NFL referees.
And some calls that are just given that are absolute dog shit. But the Eagles outscored a lot of teams this year, and they did it.
Off of this bedside real quick.
You do. You're gonna lose a lot of money at night.
I was building shit while you were talking. I said I need to close this down.
Fucking, there's an 18-leg parlay that Jovan just built while I rambled on about fucking stat padding and the fucking Chiefs. But no, I think the Chiefs don't have any idea what they're in for with this Eagles team. 2 years, and it's a much different team. There are, of course, your core players that are still there. You got your AJ Brown, you got your Devontae Smith, you got your Jalen Hurts. Brandon Graham, love it. He's looking to play in the Super Bowl, coming back from that torn tricep. I'm fucking pumped about that. I read something. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I did read that he kind of may have said that this is his last game. He is done. I know he's been on the farewell tour, but I think whatever happens on Sunday, he's done.
Yeah, is that the one you just announced today?
What's that?
There was an Eagle that announced today that Super Bowl is their last game.
Most likely it was Brandon Graham then. But because I read a call, I've been reading so much stuff today about the game, but I want to see Brandon Graham go out. He was on that team. You know, he's a core member of this team. You know, you got a handful of these guys that were there for this last Super Bowl run 2 years ago. It's a much different team, though. It's a different vibe.
Yeah. Well,
It's a
the
different
attitude's
team.
different too, man.
Yeah, we're back to fucking 2018. Like, yeah, we can beat Tom Brady and the fucking Patriots.
Oh, dude,
And now it's like we can beat Mahomes.
Watching them this year has kind of reminded me of watching the 96 Bulls after they got Rodman and Rodman came in and that whole team just kind of rejuvenated. I mean, they were the same team from 94 and 95. I mean, you get Jordan back, obviously, but bringing Rodman in and watching Chicago and that's kind of how I felt like Philly may have had a couple moments and lost. You know, I mean, they obviously didn't run the table, but man, they dominated when they wanted to dominate. And yeah, that's kind of, it's been, I didn't miss any Eagles game. I made every Eagles game this year. I watched every single one of them, which is saying something. Because I think I watched more Philly ball than I did Chicago ball because I can't watch them lose and be shitty. It's too hard. I'd rather watch good football. So
yeah, it's tough when your team.
Sean. Every week with Sean.
It's tough when your team is playing like shit.
Chicago.
I stayed as long. I mean, I watched as long as I could, and then there were times where I turned it off and went back, and we'd be winning, and then we'd fumble or Williams to get sacked 4 straight plays, or and then it was just right back there. All right, well, what's on Max?
Bears are gonna bear.
So let's see.
Well, Dennis, hit that intro video so we can get on with the night. And we're back.
I want to speak some truth here real quick. This is something that, I don't think truer words could be spoken on television, but I'm going to do it.
Jarrett is the last thing you see before your favorite wrestling company dies.
I mean, that's just a great soundbite, and it's so true. I like that. Look, I know Dennis loves his fucking AEW, and none of us.
We need a producer that's not going to hit the buttons based on his personal feelings.
Yeah, but it's true. I mean, talk about a fucking death knell for AEW. I mean, like, these guys can't draw a fucking airplane for fucking second grade art class. Like, it's fucking garbage.
If it gets any smaller, that's where they're going to be having the shows in an airplane hangar.
No, in a fucking high school gymnasium, fucking hot dog and a handshake territory. With the exception.
AEW Live Dynamite coming to Paris, Illinois, high school gymnasium. Tickets are $15.
Yeah, fucking ringside $22.50. All right.
Across the street at Hardy's, you'll be able to meet Will Ospreay.
Yeah, staying at the fucking Best Western. I'm gonna be real with you though. Like, there are some shining moments.
Shining moment.
Tony Storm is a fucking gem. I mean, I hated Tony Storm.
God. Yeah.
And now this time was Tony Storm and the whole thing. Man,
I forgot how caked up she was until she did the Mariah May impression this week.
Dude,
I'm not
she's
even worried.
cake, bro.
Not even that. It's just it's
She
just
can work,
one
dude.
thing that keeps it interesting. And like, okay, I'll bite. Like I'll watch like a little bit of that. But outside of that, I don't really know what the fuck is going on in
Tag
that.
teams are dog shit. Mox's group is dog shit.
Yeah.
Takeshka's a good wrestler, but everything they've got going on with
Look,
that title is dog
they're
shit.
a
Because
dog shit
he only
company
has a
with great
contract
wrestlers.
because his boyfriend's EVP, dude. Let's be real.
Can you stop saying that he's gay?
I didn't. All right.
I mean, I just think it's there's some really talented dudes in there. I think Takeshita is a really talented dude. You know,
His boyfriend does too, Joe. Just in case you didn't know.
yeah, there's a handful of guys that I think are really, really, really great, and girls that are really, really great. But what the fuck? Like, it's not worth watching. I have zero interest to watch it, and that's, man. Let me tell you, pre-flu for me and being sick for the past fucking weekend, almost dying. Dude, I was so fucking pumped for the Royal Rumble. I was so fucking pumped. My fucking weekend was counting down to 6 p.m. Eastern on fucking Saturday night. And that shit did not disappoint.
No,
I don't know.
Show.
I don't know what.
Show.
Yeah, I don't know what some of these motherfuckers are talking about. This Rumble was shit, blah blah blah. You know, and what it is your fucking dickhead Tony Khan has gotten people accustomed to. We have 30 entrants in a Royal Rumble, and 8 of them have to be surprises, or fucking 12 of them have to be surprises. Yeah. And oh my god, this is shock, and it doesn't need that.
It wasn't needed in the men's.
So many good fucking stories,
dude. The men's was so stacked with just their talent. It was fucking phenomenal.
It reminded me of the original Royal Rumbles from back in the day when everybody that was running in, there was either a storyline that was already going or a storyline got started. In the Rumble. That's how stacked they were.
But here's the best part about this. Tell me the last time that you came off the Rumble and you went, I don't have a fucking clue what the top matches are going to be for Mania. Because you got Roman, Seth, Punk. Are they going to do something all together? Are they not? Like, how's that all going to play out and work out?
Sean still thinks Punk gets the belt somehow between now and Mania.
I didn't say he gets the belt. I didn't say he gets the belt. I said
and that's the thing.
Wrestle at Mania in the main event.
That's fine. But like yeah, of course, obviously the Jey Uso fucking Gunther matches you think is like, oh, that's kind of a lock, and it might be, and that's fine and great. But there's also that fucking, oh, what if he does pick Cody? And now we have like another bloodline-ish type thing start to happen. Like, I know you're shaking your head no, but I'm just saying those possibilities are all there.
They're there. No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I just think, and the only reason why I'm shaking my head is because I just don't think like with Jay or with Roman where he's at, you know, the established guy, and then they're really Jacob Fatu is steadily moving up the food chain just by sheer force of will and his athletic ability. And then you throw Jay in there, and now your 3 top guys are all Samoan. I just don't see that. That's why I think it's going to be him. And
Roman's not going to be in the title picture, and he doesn't need to be. He's at the point now where he doesn't need to be.
No, he had stars.
He had such a long run.
He doesn't want Jay to get the same belt Roman had because it's going to put him kind of at Roman's level. He doesn't think Jay should be up there.
Look, I get that.
That's fair. No. It's not that I don't think he should be up there. That's not what I said. What I said was I don't think they want him up there. I think that they want a distinct line between Roman and everybody else whose last name, you know, is Samoan. Not because of that, but, you know, they're always kind of keeping these guys. Like, Taker was always at a certain Samoan. Yeah, Taker's was always kind of up here, you know, and if he interacted. So
no other white dudes could have been up there with Taker.
No, just nobody other. No, Shawn Michaels and Taker, they never mentioned them in the same sentence. They very rarely were brought, until Hell in a Cell. For the longest time, they just kept those two guys separated because Shawn was coming up as one of the top guys and Taker was a top
I don't
guy.
think that's a great example. That's a terrible example because Taker was never a guy for a championship. Taker
Well, no,
had
that's
so
because he
few
was bigger than a championship. That's
and
my
he's been
point.
like that since the beginning. So I don't even think that's a great example.
Okay, well then give me a better one. But you know what I mean, right? You
There's
get what
not
I'm saying.
but there's not a lot. The only ones you can really talk. I mean, I can give you an example. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan.
Okay,
Like that's one where they're keeping them away from each other.
Yeah.
And even Punk said in an interview, he was like, "You always have that because they know what they have with it.
Yeah,
But they stay away from it not to go to the well." Now the inverse of that is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That where it's
happening again.
But it's happening again. But it's really good again.
and we
They've
want to
done
see
this
it.
I
shit-
love
Yeah,
watching
dude.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
They-
These guys
when they said
always
they
put
will
on a
fight
good
forever,
show, bro.
This will fight forever, and they have figured out a way to reinvent their relationship fucking 20 times
Yeah,
Yep.
in the past 10 years, and it still works because guess what, I'll fucking watch that as a fucking Hell in a Cell, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens at Mania night 1.
Open
How
it
about
up.
that? Give them the
Whoa.
fucking Hell in a Cell treatment. Give them
Yeah.
the big shit. Give him something fucking like, okay, this is it. This has to be the final, episode.
Yeah.
This is fucking Scream 7, okay? This is fucking Final Destination 18. Like this is whatever, fucking
Jason
Saw.
goes to Uranus.
Yeah, Saw 22. Like fucking like this is what it is, but like it's still like am I gonna say no to watching it? Fuck no.
No.
Especially with what Kevin is doing. And let me tell you this, watching the Royal Rumble, I have two big thoughts. One is that crowd did not deserve that
They did
tag
not.
team
They
tag team
did
title
not.
match. But look, nobody could have went on after that women's rumble. It was a great match. Wasn't too happy about the finish. It wasn't like it was a little like, well, here comes Charlotte again. Like, but that's me personal, whatever. The overall match was fantastic. I think it was probably the best women's rumble ever.
Which is saying something because they have every year they've been consistently good. There's been a couple years where the women's rumble match I thought was better.
And real quick before I jump into the next point, the men's and women's match. Here's all they needed: you had a surprise, you had a big return, and you had a kind of gimmick thing, right? Yeah. Like the men's rumble, you had the fucking that dickhead who got literally murdered. But I don't know why anybody let Braun Breaker do that to that poor little man. But
hey, that poor little man volunteered, just for the record.
Like I get that, but that shit looked so awful, like so awful. I feel like we got a video going of this, but you had your celebrity. You had your surprise, Joe Hendry, which was fucking. I mean, you kind of knew it was coming, but like, goddamn, that was great. Look at this. This is just terrifying. He runs at 25 miles an hour off the ropes.
And see, everybody keeps forgetting that ain't it, dude. He got thrown.
And he's not a wrestler. He doesn't know how to take that bump.
No.
Like he has to hurt from that. Something fierce.
All I know is everybody in the room that was watching the room I was in, which was me and Joe, we all came up off the chairs. Yeah. That's a lot of weight going up at one time. I'm just saying.
How about the first time you see Braun go and run, you're like, oh no. Oh no.
Dude, yeah.
This is
get off the tracks, bro. The train's coming. And look at his head. Look at the whiplash. At the top of that. When you see the top, when he hits him initially, his head just.
He got fucking destroyed. That was your celebrity. Your surprise was Joe Hendry, which, I think a lot of people expected, but it was good. It was good. They did it well. He got a little spot in there that had a decent showing of like, hey, like, look, the TNA champ's here. He's not going to factor in because obviously he's not, going to be at Mania for these things, but it works out. You got your return. and that was AJ. And I
Yeah.
thought
Who was
AJ coming
confirmed
back,
not to be hurt.
yeah. You know, it's amazing that like, do people forget that like the art of wrestling is selling? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Everybody going
man.
like, oh, look at Punk, he's so old and hurt. I'm tired of seeing him get hurt in every match. I'm like, the dude's been selling like his
ass
entire
off, yeah.
fucking career. Like he
Yeah.
knows how to sell. Like let it ride. It's okay. We're gonna be all right. But AJ coming back with his original music at the Rumble, like he debuted at the Rumble with, perfect. Women's too. Yeah, fucking Jordan Grace, like love that. She had a fucking phenomenal showing.
Did.
Dude,
Alexa Bliss as the return,
press of
which
Piper
nobody
Niven
expected.
when Piper
Apparently.
Niven when she pressed Piper Niven, dude, that
Yeah.
was impressive.
Yeah.
A lot of women to get up there.
Alexa Bliss with the return. And my favorite part was them calling out the fucking dirt sheets of like, I thought she wasn't coming back.
Yep.
We thought she wasn't gonna return. She was always coming back, guys. What the fuck?
Yeah, she had a baby, bro.
She had a baby.
She's happy, married. She ain't in a big rush. Who blame? You know, can you blame her?
She took time off for a kid. Who the fuck cares? Like, let her do her thing. If she wants to, same thing with Becky. That was actually probably the one thing I was most surprised that I really did expect Becky to return. I thought we were gonna get Becky back, but we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, and then you're at this point, in my opinion, celebrity would be Trish Stratus because she's not really a wrestler anymore. She's not even part time.
She's not active enough for you to be like, oh, she's a wrestler.
Yeah, so I feel like, and they did it well. But all these stories, all these intertwined. I mean, just when we get fucking Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker teases,
dude,
you get
not only that, but you got Fatu and Sheamus.
You got basically Jacob Fatu face off against everybody.
And Penta,
Drew McIntyre,
Penta and Ray opening that up, dude.
I think we need Penta and Ray at Mania. I saw that, and I think that would be something really great. Or we go real like triple threat lucha match and throw. It's going to be controversial.
Oh God!
One of my fucking highlights of that match, Dirty Dom.
Dude,
I fucking love that kid.
Dude, the kid's gonna be—he's a star, bro.
We're gonna pause right there at Dirty Dom. This just plays in right here. Follow our TikTok at Shooting Shit TikTok. This guy goes by, fuck if I remember, but he does Unk's wrestling takes. Listen to the Dom take.
Here's some wrestling take. Y'all might not agree with, but I don't give a fuck. Her winning this title was bullshit. But before that, her debut in NXT has been mid as fuck. And she's been mid since she got there. And y'all told me she was great in Japan. Unk, hold on. You got to wait and see. I've been waiting. I've been seeing, and I'm not fucking impressed. She got to push Stephanie Vaquer should have got. Whoever made the decision to have her in Roxanne's parade need to be fired immediately. When Liv and Dom got together, I said this is a great storyline. But they wasted Dom. He went from a simp to a simp. Where's the growth? Liv got everything she wanted, finished her revenge tour. Now even Raquel Rodriguez getting a bigger push than this dude. Can we be done with Ava? She has no charisma, no personality, and I'm tired of seeing and hearing her try to push syllables through them big-ass teeth. Did y'all hear how this Dirk Nowitzki and this prime-looking bitch got booed on Monday Night Raw? Glad I ain't the only one that don't want to see no more of this shit. Y'all keep telling me in the comments how great she was. Was is the key word here. Because when I saw that ring on Royal Rumble, that greatness has expired. Now, I don't know much about Alexa Bliss, but judging by the reception she got at Royal Rumble, this is who the people want to see, not Charlotte Flair. In conclusion, I stated during my Royal Rumble review that I wish Gunther was in there. And all you pretentious motherfuckers, well, Gunther's a world champion. Didn't Brock Lesnar do that shit when he was the fucking world champion? So you telling me history can't repeat itself? Then y'all started again. Well, Hunk, they will never do that. Bitch, you don't work there. Here's some
I like him. I like his style.
He's funny.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did get shit for the Gunther thing because he's like, "Wow, wasn't Gunther in there?" Well, there still is a difference between Brock Lesnar and Gunther. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, for
I
sure.
mean,
Right.
and there's the difference between Brock Lesnar and everybody else. I mean, there's just, it doesn't make sense for a champ to be in a Royal Rumble, except for if Lesnar has the title, just to fucking destroy everybody. Like,
Right.
that's it.
Right.
But going back to it, that crowd did not deserve that tag team match. That tag team match was everything. With outside of that finish, that was dog shit. Like, that match was everything I hoped it would be and more.
Yeah.
We
And
were
then,
so hyped, and that finish just killed us.
oh,
Yeah,
god
the
damn,
finish
that
did
finish
not
was
make sense.
that finish took that match for me from a 5-star match to a fucking 3.75 because of the finish alone. And
Yeah.
the best part was the finish wasn't even the fucking 2 teams in the match.
Nope.
And then point number 2 is, I don't know what we did to be graced with somebody like Kevin Owens in our lifetime, but there ain't nobody, and I do fucking mean no, there's nobody in this entire fucking world of professional wrestling, in my opinion, fucking at the top of their game than Kevin Owens.
Dude,
That
in my
man,
opinion, yeah. Go.
he could wrestle and be fucking the number 1 heel in any decade in the last 60 fucking years. Number 1. He doesn't even speak English as a first language, which is, that in itself, English is his second language. And to me, he's one of the fucking most lethal talkers in the game, and not on a fucking promo, but in a match. And the shit that he does, and how he gets it over and just makes you fucking give that really top quality heel heat. And last but not least, he will fucking do anything. I remember when he said he wanted to jump off the fucking boat down at fucking the Buccaneer Stadium, and he wanted to fucking dive off that thing in
That
his
would've been
match at
badass.
Mania, the COVID year when it got canceled. And they said no. And I still think they should have said yes, because that would have been one of the greatest things we've ever seen. I don't know if I've ever seen a match where I literally was like, that was too much. That was too much.
Yeah.
And I mean, from not just the finish, I mean, obviously the finish was pretty brutal looking, and the way he sold it, just perfect. And people going, oh, is he really hurt? And then he showed up on Monday night, and he looked a little fucked up.
And barely moved and sold it the fuck well, because I'm sure he was moving a little bit better than he was letting on, but
probably, but still, like,
dude,
I don't know how we earned such a fucking heel, but I take back everything I said about guys like fucking MJF or anybody else. Kevin Owens is the fucking if you want to get into and be a professional wrestler, and you want to be a fucking heel wrestler, like, watch and listen to Kevin Owens. There is nobody better. And I after Saturday night, I was like, fuck it. I mean, the gimmicks, the t-shirts, the shit that he says mid-match, the fucking stepladder, like the little things, the little
step ladder
bullshit.
was great.
The stepladder was awesome, bro. Yeah, he tried to climb up on it, and he was just like, "Fuck you guys." Dude, I love that shit.
It's so funny to do that, and then he hits the fucking top rope brainbuster onto the ladder with Cody. Like, so you go from the funny, silly shit to literally, oh, somebody could fucking die here.
Yeah,
and they just made it work. Like, it's the most beautiful car crash you can have. And you still are like, God damn, what's going to stop him? Because he came out on Monday night and fucking laid out Sammy. Like, that dude is wrestling 101.
Dude, and this is just, as we were sitting here talking, I'm trying to think, because I remember the match, and of course I think I was on the floor watching it. I was sitting by Joe Vaughn while that match was going on. And the only thing that he reminds me of a more athletic Terry Funk.
Just that
Yeah.
you just don't know how far he's gonna go, and when you
Mhm.
think, "Oh shit, that's too far,"
He's
you know,
gonna
and
go
that
a
was
little
Terry
bit.
Funk, dude. That was Terry. Like that was always kind of the knock on Terry before he got popular for doing it,
Mhm.
was that he was always like he wanted to push the envelope too far. And
And
Kevin's that way. Like you just expect somebody to get hurt, you know, but he's so
Yeah.
good at what he does, bro. Just
I mean, look, I
you know.
want a Canadian Dream T-shirt after
I
that.
do too.
Yeah.
Like
Son of
a
supposed-
security system analyst or whatever.
And the only thing
Yeah.
is, dude, it's just everything he does is just so subtle. It's never
It is.
he's, you know, I mean, if Seth Rollins is the spectrum of overindulged, you know, fashion, whatever, Kevin is just like, you know, how do I want to get heat? I'll just put some words on my shirt. You know, I mean, it's just it's pretty simple.
It's amazing to me that, like, we talk about a dude that is just so fucking, in my opinion, so fucking underrated.
Yeah.
As always the bridesmaid. Every Royal Rumble, he loses the title match. This is what
Yeah,
he's
dude.
0-5 at Royal Rumbles now for title matches. But he's the guy who sets you up. And he needs to be the guy that they go to. And honestly, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to be mad if we get Kevin Owens as taking out Cody Rhodes and winning the world championship. I would love that. And I wouldn't be angry about it at all because he is the guy.
He's had a hell of a run. I mean, he's kind of worked his way back up, you know. I think everybody got so lost during the Roman 4-year title reign because, you know, it was just, you know, they were feeding people to Roman and that's the business, you know.
Yeah.
So you get your big runs, you get your pushes, and then you're back. And so, I mean, you figure what the last 2 years, it was a lot of those guys kind of coming together and fighting the bloodline.
Yeah.
And now that story's over and he's kind of climbed back up into the picture again. So you got to give it to Kevin. Like, he knows what he's doing. And it's good TV, bro. I mean, it's good TV. WWE is hitting on all cylinders right now.
We're going to go into a little bit of Jey Uso videos. We're going to go one quick non-Jey Uso, then a Jey Uso. Then we're going to start on a video that'll take us out of wrestling and into some other sports issues. So let's go. For reference, this is after Jay has just won. You've got Jimmy and Jacob in back in Gorilla.
Oh, yeah, okay.
25. Give me that Royal Rumble. Give me that. The voice. You deserve it. Deserve it. It is you. It is you. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations, dog. Give me that, man.
Congratulations, dog.
Go ahead, throw it on one time.
Is it just me or does Jacob Fatu sound like a homie from Long Beach?
Yeah.
How you feel?
What up, dog?
How you feel out there?
Come here, man.
I mean, that's what he is, though.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah! Let it out, boys! You see it? You see it, floss that on. That's that hard work. That's that hard work. Let's go, man. More turn. That's our time. Love you, bro. Got it, bro. Well, you too, bro.
And since y'all know it is Black History Month,
You are freaking African Americans plus Mark. You know what
Woo! I laughed for about 20 minutes when I found that video.
it's so good.
Mark, just fucking perfect.
This was
perfect.
This one is good.
Excuse you. Get out of leave. Be respectful. Where's Liv? Be respectful. Liv, leave. Oh, look, I gotta do that. Yes, you will. She already beat you. Oh, what the hell with you? I'm just here. I smell my hair. Freshly showered, shampooed, conditioned twice a day.
I believe you.
Get out of here.
I don't know why she's so angry. That was unneeded.
I know you why she's not angry.
Why is she so angry?
She lost her title.
Oh.
Her best friend, allegedly.
All
right, but anyway,
all right.
Excuse
Getting heat at a freaking press is greatness.
That's not even the best video I saw. Dom, when
No,
fucking
it's not.
Penta went, he told him fuck your mother.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't like
That's
that one
great.
because he's like washed and shampooed and conditioned twice a day because he's like everybody. He's tired of everybody calling him like he looks dirty or whatever.
We had that conversation just waiting.
Dude.
After the Rumble, we're just like, he just looks dirty, he looks greasy.
Well, dude, I love like he's walking through the curtain now. And now he's got that, he's doing the whole mustache thing because it like takes up most of his face, bro. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I saw a great clip of Ray talking about it, and it's like he's just proud of like the work he's doing.
So proud of him.
He's coming to his own. He's his own. He doesn't stand on the Mysterio name. Like he doesn't. He's doing his own thing.
Not yet.
Yeah,
and I don't think he has to. He doesn't. He's not going to have to.
No. He's got his own character. He's solidifying his own character.
And I give him props too because he said in one interview too. Like I saw a few good interview clips from the Rumble weekend with him. The one he was like, they asked like when were you getting that? When did you feel you came into it? And he's like, it was when I was went to NXT, was working NXT. I was working Raw with Judgment Day, NXT, SmackDown, house shows.
He was working every night.
He goes, I was off on Wednesday, back on the road Thursday night to go for Friday SmackDowns, weekend live shows, Monday Raw, Tuesday NXT, and back home. And people were asking him like, yo, like, why, what are you doing? And he was doing the old school schedule, because he didn't come up like other dudes in the indies,
Didn't,
so he had to he proved himself, and he did the old school schedule when he didn't have to, and he put the work in, he put the time in, and that's why he doesn't have to tread on his father.
Right.
Like, think of how many times have we talked about Dom not in reference to Rey Mysterio?
A lot.
It's become a lot. The beginning, obviously he's young, he's green, he's tagging with his dad, all that bullshit. But like once he broke away and they got their feud settled out, like it really, like they keep coming back to it every now and then. I think this is because they always want that, like, oh, it's his dad,
But they don't have to they're saving that for Ray's retirement match, man. You know what I mean?
Dom is going to be the one to retire. He has to. Sure. I don't think anybody else will. But I think when it does happen, it'll be big, it'll be epic. But he doesn't need any of it. He could go the next 2 years, and they don't even have to fucking acknowledge each other, and Dom's gonna be just fine.
Yep.
Well, dude, and I think too, we got a second generation character here who gets it. Like you said, there's a lot of guys that come in that take advantage of the fact that they didn't have to do the indie thing or whatever, and they could just go out on the road. And you had a guy go, no, I want to be great at this. And so he volunteered and made sure that he was working all these shows, doing all these things. And when you see that the respect that he has for the business, it's going to make them guys that are higher up go, all right, I want to work with this kid because I can make money with him. He's going to make me look good. If you don't look at that kid and see money.
Yeah. I mean,
you're
looking at the wrong product, dude.
You definitely are, for sure.
We're going to go 2 quick back-to-back videos that are less than 20 seconds apiece of sports that aren't related to anything else. After this, we're jumping into football for the Super Bowl. So that's been announced, or finalizing soon. Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul, May 3rd in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
And they say they're close to having the deal done, dude. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think it will happen. I don't think it's going to be what people expect it to be.
Oh shit.
I'm not saying Jake Paul's going to win, but I don't think he's going to fucking lay down either. I think he's going to stand there and he's going to go some rounds with Canelo, but not a lot of dudes I don't think can beat Canelo.
Canelo's going to hurt still that kid. The top.
That's the end of Logan. That's the end of Jake Paul's boxing career right there.
He might be at the and honestly, and it pains me to say, is Canelo's in the twilight of his career right now. Let's be honest.
Yep. He's on the down.
He's just as he's still fucking way dangerous than people expect him to be.
This ain't 58-year-old Mike Tyson. This is the guy that still got it.
This is still a guy who's competitive for titles. Yeah. That's a different thing. But I think Jake Paul is well enough to and smart enough to go, I can go with him. And I it pains me to say it, but I think it's going to be a Mayweather McGregor situation where, you know, okay,
Good cash grab.
good cash grab. Let's go through. Let's see how this goes. Maybe, you know, maybe Canelo knocks him the fuck out though in the third. I don't know, but that's interesting.
Well, I'll tell you this: if he makes a fight out of this, or Jake wins this fight, I will give him the respect that he. I mean, to me that would be a legitimate
win.
A win.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
And I'm not talking Matt Serra 8-second flash knockout, dude. I mean, like if he's in there for a few rounds, he's taking shots and he can compete and stand there with Canelo and knock him out, then you can't say shit about Jake Paul. He's a legit fighter.
Well, something else we thought we'd never see.
So for fuck's sakes.
Woo! My purple and gold heart is beating. Just because the dude liked to drink and he's a little overweight right now. Dropped him for basically nothing.
That's no, I don't buy that for a fucking minute.
I haven't heard one good argument for why they traded that kid. Not one.
How it passed the league, I'll never know.
I'll never know.
I can tell you. That's a fucking easy, simple thing. It's the fucking Lakers and it's LeBron James. It's gonna fucking pass. How the fuck does Jimmy Butler end up going? The league is all about the league. Once there's fucking super teams on the fucking top selling merch getters. We got Steph Curry, again, another player in the twilight of his career who still can fucking go. He can still fucking play. He can still ball. He still scores. But the twilight of his career, have one last run with fucking Draymond and now fucking Jimmy Butler. Okay, there's one. You got the fucking Lakers. And yeah, we have Paul George fucking suffering injury after injury in the abysmal Sixer season. I don't even want to fucking talk about right now. But like the league wants super teams and they want specific super teams. And I think it's very fucking obvious. Jimmy wanted to go to Phoenix. There was public. There's stories and articles about there. He made it known he wanted to go to Phoenix. He wanted to play with KD. He's not getting that. He's going to Golden State because where are your top merch sellers? LA, Golden State. They fucking want that. The league itself is such shit anymore. It's barely watchable. Like it really is. Unless you can't. We had this conversation before. You want new stars. But the problem is these new stars are playing in markets that the league does not fucking care about or want.
Right.
Yeah. Like Zion. Okay. Now, motherfucker's always hurt, but
yeah.
I think he's played like 87 minutes total in his career.
Dude, he needs to stay away from the cheeseburgers and the porn stars and focus on his career.
He needs to fucking pull out. Let's be honest. He needs to start pulling out. How about
that Sean Kemp problem?
Let's talk about SGA. I mean,
don't like his franchise, man. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah. Let's talk about fucking Ant-Man. Let's talk about these guys that they're just not good markets. And now, okay, well, LeBron's suffering out there because he had to have his fucking dog shit playing son, who fucking Sean could probably beat with 2 fucking bad knees and the flu right now.
Hey, dude, you've never seen that's just kind of.
You said you were gonna win, dude. Calm down.
I just said that you could beat him with the fucking flu and 2 bad knees right now.
Yeah, that's not true, dude. It's funny, but it's not true.
Let's be fucking real, dude. Bronny's not an NBA player.
He's not, bro.
He's not a fucking G League player, dude. No. He's not even a fucking G leaguer. Okay.
No.
College bench player.
LeBron gets what he wants. He wants another star because they want to have a run. So what do you get? You get fucking Luka out of Dallas. Who the fuck? And the stories of he drinks. Oh, he's overweight. That motherfucker showed up slim and trim. I don't think Ozempic works that fucking fast from the weekend trade, dog. Okay, it doesn't. I mean, unless he got that fucking European Ozempic, whatever they fucking got there, maybe. I don't know. That's where all that fucking missing money for fucking Ukraine went, was to fucking Luka's Ozempic issue so he could get to fucking LA and leave Dallas. But Poor Kyrie. Let's just talk about Kyrie for a
Oh, they
second.
fucked Kyrie because he even signed a deal and everything to stay with Luka.
Well, dude, Kyrie, Klay Thompson turned down L.A. to go to Dallas because he wanted to play with Luka.
Yeah, and then they fucking no. My thought is this: something happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They didn't. They started to turn away and go, yeah, Luka's not. He's a problem for somebody in the fucking office, for some ownership, management, wherever it was, and it turned into a big issue, and they fucking dealt him. And
Mark Cuban is the minority leader now, so he has no say. I feel like if he was still up there in the higher levels, that it would
I don't think that deal would ever happen.
I don't think so either.
At all.
At least if it did, it wouldn't have been to the league. It wouldn't have been for what they got.
It would have been for pennies, dude. He got pennies
just took you to the
for it.
NBA. And that trade makes, it makes sense for Dallas because you got Klay Thompson and Kyrie, so you take Luka off, that moves the ball into their hands more, and then you got Anthony Edwards now, who has been relatively heavily this year, healthy. It helps Dallas. I don't know that the Luka trade to LA helps LA all that much.
Not right now, but when LeBron's gone, it will.
Yeah, I mean, I
Come
agree
on,
with
man.
that.
LeBron's holding the NBA hostage, bro.
And then I've heard so many conspiracies about this of like, oh, it's because Luka can't play defense. He got him to the finals, but then he got smoked by Boston. Everybody got smoked by Boston last year.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
LeBron James can't play fucking defense.
Yeah, LeBron couldn't fucking keep up with Jason Tatum in Boston. Okay, like that. It was just never like it wasn't possible. And you think Luka was going to do it? No, Luka's not a defender, but Luka was also putting up a lot of fucking points.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was playing a great fucking game, and they got beat by a better team. So don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me the bullshit that he's overweight and this and that. Because he comes in looking slim and trim in a fucking Lakers uniform. Not like we don't see the dude wearing a fucking jersey every other fucking night anyway.
Right.
Does he look fat and out of shape to anybody? No, he fucking doesn't. Tell me Nikola fucking Joker is fat and out of shape. Dude. I'll tell you, you're a fucking asshole.
And that dude does not love the game. He's just
he don't even like the game. Yeah,
he just wants to go home. He just wants to make money and he wants to go fucking home.
Yeah, dude. He ain't even out there. He could give a fuck about a legacy. He don't even think about that shit. It's just a paycheck to that dude.
His final game of a season, playoffs, wherever that buzzer goes, his first thing is like, yo, get my fucking bag. I'm hopping on an international flight. I'm out.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He wants a bottle of vodka and an AK by his side.
And here's another one. And people are gonna shit on this. Joel Embiid. Stop telling me he's fucking out of shape. No, did we forget somewhere that these big bodies break fucking down?
Right.
Yeah.
Did somebody? And that's the thing. We're spoiled.
And the number of games that they play, dude.
We're spoiled.
Long fucking season.
We've had 2 decades worth of LeBron James. Okay, not a lot of injury time in there. But he's not he's not the rule. He's the exception. Because let's talk about KD getting hurt all the time. Let's talk about all these other big men that are constantly getting injured up and down, up and down, up and down. Their bodies break down. So don't give me that bullshit that he's out of shape. It's fine. Something happened. Somebody fucked somebody's wife. Somebody did some bullshit. That's what happened in Dallas.
Jesus. Let's transition into football to wrap it up because we're already at the hour. Sorry, Sean. Can't keep y'all rambling.
What were yours? Right. What was your?
My superstition was that I needed to have maybe a shot and a half before every game.
Of?
Hennessy. What you mean?
I was thinking, Gatorade. Toradol. I don't know what I was thinking.
Hell no.
And there's a bar right there in the locker room in Seattle. Schneider and Pete Carroll.
My backpack.
This is why everybody loves Marshawn. And here's a little Super Bowl questionnaire that they had during the media week. I thought this was real cool.
If you had to choose a walk-up song, what would it be?
Ooh, walk-up song. That's a great question. Do you guys watch WWE or WWF? The Big Show song. Yeah.
Probably a lot of people Big Show.
Oh man, I probably
Let's do
swear
that.
on Gunna, Him All Along. Screw me, Duck got one of my rooms all flooded with gold.
Jordan and I went on this Raining Man yesterday, so.
Yeah.
No, it'd
it's
probably
Philly.
be something DMX.
I thought about this. If I had a walk-up song, Meek Mill, Dreams of Nightmare.
Blasphemy.
Damn. I didn't even think about that when I first saw it, dude.
My way, sorry. My way.
I did it
My way. That's
Been fucking My Way from Limp Bizkit, dog.
Yeah, it was a very mayonnaise answer right there.
Well, dude,
My
it
way.
was,
Bricks
it was
Hill.
a white football player in Kansas City. What'd you expect, Salsa?
I love that all the Eagles gave great answers, and fuck Kareem Hunt. You can't take the Philly song and be like, that's my, get the fuck out of here.
All right, before we wrap it up, what would your entrance song be, Joe Vaughn?
Do me last, man. I don't know. You
Joey.
Oh, dude, that's so difficult. Probably that Mexican version of Cody Rhodes song.
No,
it's not.
I can see you pulling that off, though, bro. I can see you pulling that off.
No, that wouldn't be it. Fuck, dude, that's such a hard question because I got some really great ones. Probably this right here.
Look at my eyes. What do you see? The cult of personality.
That's it right there. That's the only answer.
What's your Sean?
Norteño.
I would go The Pretender, Foo Fighters, The Pretender.
Nice, dude.
It's got a great like drum solo right in the middle of it. You can kind of move that around like they did with Metalingus. It would be sweet. But I love the Foo Fighters, bro. Yeah.
The Foo Fighters is a hell of a band, dude.
Hell of a band, bro. Hell of a band.
It's a good band.
They were good when they were Nirvana, and they were just as good as Foo Fighters.
Well, you had to do something. You couldn't keep on being Nirvana after, you know.
And that's another thing, man. Y'all quit getting so pissed. When a lead singer dies, the band still has to make money. So will everybody quit ragging on Linkin Park because the chick, the person
but
that
she
replaced
sucks.
Chester,
She sucks so
she
bad.
doesn't suck. No,
she
don't.
sucks so bad. She does suck so
She
bad.
don't suck, dude.
She
She don't
sucks so
suck.
bad.
I don't think so.
She don't suck, bro.
I cannot.
I love Chester. Linkin Park is one of my favorite bands. I
saw him four times in concert, dude.
I love
but I will
him.
not see this chick.
I will.
She's not just like Chester. You can suck my ass on that one, dude.
Dude, all I'm saying is Skinner's had 3 lead singers. Glenn Frey died in 15 years ago. The Eagles are still touring. Where's Linkin Park's just supposed to sit at home on their thumb?
No, they could have they could have had it to where no one did Chester. You could have just gone out there with Mike.
Well, then
sings.
it's not Linkin Park anymore, bro. You got to have the vocals.
It is.
That's part of their. No, it's
Mike
not.
Sings. Mike Shinoda sings halfway.
He don't sing like Chester, bro. He don't sing
Neither
like
does
Chester.
the bitch.
Yeah, she does.
No, she doesn't. You
like
fucking nuts. You're fucking insane right now. Her fucking sister was a witch, bro.
All right, settle down, man.
I don't know. I think
bubble.
I got a handful. I got a good handful of songs that I would have to really like coin toss. But like, you know, some ones that you guys probably don't even know, like a song called "Oh No" from Grandson. That would be a fucking great walkout song.
Yeah.
Fucking oh my god.
Epic by Faith No More is another one that I don't know if you guys know who that is, but that's
I do know. That's a good one.
They were Living Color before Living Color, like a couple years they came out. They were like the first hip hop metal mix.
Long Live the Chief from Jadena. That's fucking great.
That's a good song. That's a great song, Joe.
But if I had to pick an all time, it's gonna be Biggie, Kicking the Door. That's just that's the walkout. That's the walkout song.
I think I'm gonna have to go Bad Bunny, dude. Pe fucking Ere. I'm from
PR.
I
after watching his entrance.
Oh, Chambea was fucking bomb. They killed it, dude.
Dude, like everybody, I was like, oh shit, that's such a fucking great entrance song. And I never would think of that.
Oh, Dennis is "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. I like that for you, Dennis.
That just makes total sense. I love that.
Jeez, that was even. That's
It
what,
fits.
I think that song came out when I was 10, man.
It's a good song though.
Yeah, I know, but the Queen, that's really going back.
Nothing wrong with Queen. I love Queen.
JYD came out to Queen.
Yeah, it's a bad man right there. It's a big
Oh,
man.
If bites the dust,
all right,
baby.
All right. If there is a Queen song you come out to, for all of us, we know Dennis's. If it has to be from Queen, what is it?
Fat Bottom Girls. I'm safe with that too. I'm gonna go with that for real.
But die on that hill.
Because Queen has anthems. They're fucking.
Yeah.
There's so
fucking,
many anthems
dude.
that you can.
Yeah. You can say what you want, man. But
I'm going. I'm going. My favorite track from my favorite movie, fucking Princes of the Universe, from the Highlander soundtrack.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
Good one.
If I have to pick a Queen song, that's it.
That's
right
a
there.
good one. That's a good one.
And Queen has so many good ones, dude.
Yeah. Now you're making me feel bad because I chose Fat Bottom Girl.
Javon's going with somebody to love.
Actually, I like Killer Queen. Killer Queen's pretty
that's
badass,
a good
dude.
one too.
Killer Queen. Yeah.
All right, let's
Queen's
wrap
got
this
everything, dude.
Fucking thing up.
Wrap
with
this up in a
Super
nice
Bowl.
bow with Super Bowl final picks. We know who you guys are. Oh, fucking Flash Gordon is great too.
Flash. Yeah.
Save everyone. Tom Brady could totally do that.
Oh, dude, Hammer to Fall. Is that the one you picked?
That's a good one.
It's a fucking good one too.
Hammer to Fall. I think I would go with Hammer to Fall. If I had to pick a Queen song, that's what I would pick for real.
Let's do this. Final few minutes here. Super Bowls, Chiefs, Eagles. We know where we're leaning. So don't give me, give me the winner. Give me whoever you think is going to win. Give me the points and give me one surefire bet that's going to win. And it could be a weird one, like point odds. Doesn't matter.
I think it's going to be somewhere like 35-10.
Oh, shit.
Philly.
Oh, wow. I was feeling 34-17.
Dude, I was just thinking that.
I said it earlier. I don't think this Chiefs team has faced anybody like the Birds this year. And I don't think they're going to be fucking ready for what they come out and do. You got the core of that team in Hurts, Brown, and Smith that were there for the last 2 years ago. And they know what it feels like to lose to the fucking Chiefs. And they're coming out guns blazing. And right behind them is Saquon. Your lock is Saquon is going to go over 100 and score at least one touchdown in that game.
I'm going to go Eagles, man.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going Eagles. I see it being a 27-17 game.
Okay.
Little closer. Late score by the Eagles, though, that kind of completely puts it out of there. Taking Saquon, anytime touchdown. Saquon over 100. Give me Kelsey touchdown. Kelsey over 50.
Okay.
Solid. All solid.
Sean.
I think, and this is just from what I've seen, and I've been watching a lot of Philly football this year. I feel like you're going to see a low-scoring first half. Like, I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring in there. Low. If Philly's going to establish the run in the first quarter, if they establish the run, I feel like once they start that offensive line gets moving and they start pulling out on them pull screens and the slant delays and that offense that they run, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be like a ground and pound, man. I feel like if Philly comes out right away, the nerves are going to be there. The energy's there. It's the Super Bowl, man. I mean, you don't get more pumped up for anything. I could imagine. So I feel like Philly's going to come out. They've played them before in the Super Bowl.
They played them in the in the regular season, so they're familiar. And let's be honest, man, Philly's pretty exact. I mean, you see these guys come back and play these teams a second time or a third time. They have something in place. They're ready.
Right.
And I feel like the Philly coaching staff, too, they watch. I mean, obviously the changes they made against Washington in that game before it's going to be a slow start, but I think once they get going by the third quarter, it's going to be one of those games where I think you're right. Late in the third, they're going to put that one score that kind of puts them out of reach.
I think you're going to see the defense lock it down too.
Yeah,
that defense has been the best all season, and I don't see it changing against Mahomes. I think you're going to see Mahomes. I honestly think he's going to get exposed a little bit. A lot of the shit that he's gotten real lucky flipping his way is going to be. You're going to see some interceptions. You're going to see some strip sacks. You're going to see a lot of turnovers and frustration out of the Chiefs. I just have a feeling.
Here's my question for you, Joe, because I saw this earlier on a couple of analysts talking about Darius Slay Jr. Because of how much young talent the Eagles have, a lot of people are saying, could this be Slay's last game with the Eagles? What do you think? You think Slay comes back for another year, or is he just going to be done after this if they win?
I think if they win, he's probably done. I don't think what else does he have to prove?
Right.
I mean,
yeah, dude. Jason Kelce showed these guys the way, man. Get a ring and get out. You know what I mean?
Slay was on that team that won the ring in 2018. So he's got a ring with the Birds. He's back again with the Birds and has an opportunity to get the second one. I think he gets the second one. I think he rides off in the sunset. And honestly, honest to God, 2 years ago, I wanted to see Kelce win and get that Super Bowl ring and ride off. And we didn't get that. We got a fucking 3-point loss in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, and it sucked. And, we still lost Kelce. But we got a chance to redo that with Brandon Graham, who's another, beloved, absolutely beloved in Philly. And I think we get a second chance with that. And I don't think they're going to drop the ball this time. I think it's going to, Brandon Graham's going to get in there. I don't give a fuck if he plays one play. The torn tricep, come back, get in the game, make a play, pull him back out, and win the Super Bowl. Let him get his ring and let him ride off as well, too. I think Slay's gone. I think Graham's gone. I don't know who else, but this team, they're going to miss a couple people next year, but this is the chance, and I think this is the year. They're definitely going to win. The level around here, people are just like, yeah, Kansas City's not ready for what Philly has, and that's basically what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Except for ESPN, who apparently fucking just picks the Chiefs across the board. What the fuck?
Well,
Jesus Christ.
They're part of the
NFL
machine.
spends a lot of money on their network, bro.
All right, Dennis, hit our exit video. You win a little overtime shooting shit phone, ladies and gentlemen. I know you do. Here goes a banned video from the WWE Super Bowl commercial that was not allowed to air.
Yesterday on ABC, you saw 2 of the WWF commercials of the Super Bowl, but not the one you're about to see. Right. This one was rejected by ABC. So if it's rejected by ABC, you know it's got to be good. Get a sense of humor, ABC.
Don't be the puppy, don't be the puppy, don't be the puppy. Lady. Come on, oh, free. Puppy, the puppy. Puppy, the puppy. Don't be the puppy, don't be the puppy, don't be the puppy.
What's gotten into them? WWF Entertainment.
Jesus Christ. Hey, one last thing. Go Birds.
Sorry, bro.
Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shooting Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.ProWrestlingTees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.